in today's tutorial. It happens to be the first tutorial on the course POL 228, and the course is all about comparative, politics. And tonight we'll be dissecting what comparative politics means, how it has been defined by different scholars, right? And what is even the need for comparative, right? Comparative from the word comparison, right? Why do we have comparative politics? All this will be dissected in the class tonight. This being said, let's hop straight into it. So we have POL 228. Okay, comparative politics. Now, when we say comparative politics, you need to first bear it in mind. Comparative politics. You need to bear in mind that this is a subfield of comparative politics, is a subfield of political science. A subfield of political science. Okay, it's a subfield of political science. Now, on the global scene, there are varieties of political systems. Okay, now we're going to be talking about why do we have comparative politics? Why do we have to make comparison among various political systems? Okay, now a quick one to the question. Now, scholars, are in the search to know which political system is best applicable, in certain situations, in a certain system, So the need, and just like we said earlier on, Mr. Manga, good evening, it's good to have you on the stream. Now, just like we said earlier on, that there are varieties of political system. Now, Mr. Manga, I need you to message me on WhatsApp. I need to send some things to you. Now, check the description of this video. Check the link to my website. When you get to the website, you will find the WhatsApp icon. Just click on it. It takes you directly to my website. It takes you directly to my WhatsApp. Please just identify that you are Mr. Manga from YouTube. Okay. So now, back to what I was saying. There are varieties of what? Political system. Varieties of political system. Okay. Now, the different political system captures an enormous variety of what? As a result of different political system. Okay. Now, this gives room, for, it gives room for enormous varieties of institution, processes, and interaction. Enormous varieties for institution, institution, processes, and interaction. Okay, it gives what? Room for varieties of institution, processes, and interaction. This is the fact that there are varieties Okay, there are varieties of political system. All right, it made it possible now to have enormous, okay, enormous varieties of institution. Okay, so now let's proceed. Then we have, just a moment. Okay, so now we have comparative politics aims at an exact knowledge of the nature and means of government. It does what? Aims, all right, that's comparative politics. It aims at an exact, at an exact, it aims at an exact knowledge, of nature, all right, of nature, okay, and means, and means of what? Government. All right, that is what it aims at, to get an exact knowledge, an holistic knowledge of nature and ends and means of what? Of government. Now, to Michael Surado, it's one of the scholars we're talking about, to Michel Sodaro, all right, Michel, all right, Surado, all right. Now, Sodaro, I beg your pardon, Sodaro says comparative politics. According to him, he said comparative politics is simply an examination of what? Political realities. An examination of what? Poll realities. All right? Of political realities in countries all over the world, looking at many ways people behave in politics. Examination of political realities, all right, over the world, all right, or claim that around the world, all right, knowing, all right, how people behave in politics, all right, looking at how many people, or looking at the many ways people behave in politics. Now, comparative politics is what? Characterized, okay, it is characterized by an empirical approach. When we say empirical, with proof, with evidence, it's characterized with an empirical approach. All right, comparative politics, all right, empirical approach, all right, empirical, it's characterized with empirical approach based on the comparative method, all right, based on comparative method. Okay, now we have that as that. Now, according to Aaron Lichpat, now he argues that comparative politics does not have a substantive focus. All right, according to Leach, all right, Leach fact. All right, he said comparative politics does not have a substantive focus, all right, in itself, rather a methodological one. All right, no substantive, all right, not substantive in itself, all right, not substantive in itself, all right, not substantive focus in itself, all right, focus in itself, rather what, a methodological approach, methodological one. All right, now this simply means that according to Imo, according to Aaron Lipfat, let me write his name well. All right, according to Aaron Lipfat, now it focuses on how, but does not specify the what. All right, focuses on how, but not what. All right, it focuses on how to do this, all right, how to do that, but not what. All right, the analysis is not comprehensive. According to him, that's his own argument. In one word, comparative politics is not defined by the object of its study, but rather the method it applies to study. All right, method it applies, all right, it applies to what? To study, all right, political phenomenon. All right, political phenomena. All right, that is his argument. Okay, so we have that as that. Now, by comparative government, we mean the method adopted by classical, all right, method. Now you must have observed that method keeps coming in the explanation of comparative politics. All right. Now this is saying that by comparative government, all right, comparative politics, we're talking about the method. Okay, we are talking about the method adopted by classical scholars. All right, method adopted by classical scholars. All right, let me change my marker. By classical scholars. All right. Method adopted by classical what? Scholars like Aristotle, Plato, Locke, etc. All right. Now, to study the institution of government. All right. This method applied by these scholars to study the institution of government, basically using the constitution of countries as the basis of analysis. All right. Method adopted by classical scholars like Aristotle, Plato, and Locke. Aristotle, Plato, and Locke. All right. Classical scholars, old scholars, not recent. All right. To study the institution of government. All right. Study the what? Institution of government. Okay, using the constitution of countries, not just that particular country, but the constitution of countries as basis of analysis. All right, that's why it comes with comparativeness, making comparison. Constitution of, all right, of government, study of the institution of government using what? basically using the constitution of countries. Wow. Using the constitution of countries. All right. They use the constitution of other countries, all right, to what? To study the constitution of a particular country. That's how it is referred to as the what? Comparative politics. All right. That is the all and sundry of it. Now let's proceed. We have now philosophers who studied government on comparative basis used what? An approach called the descriptive approach. All right? Descriptive. All right? Descriptive approach. All right? This is the approach used by scholars or by philosophers, all right, who studied government on comparative, all right, used by philosophers, all right, who studied, all right, government on the basis, all right, who studied government on comparative, who studied government on comparative basis. Comparative basis. Okay? Now, we have this as this. Let's proceed. We have the approaches, all right, the approach focuses on describing the structure. Now, this approach of philosophers studying government on comparative level, all right, is what? The approach focuses on describing the structure and institution of government, all right? Studying government on a comparative basis, all right, studying government on a comparative basis, right, using the descriptive approach, all right, focuses, all right, using descriptive approach focuses what? Focuses on describing, all right, the structure and institution of government, on describing the function and institution of government. Okay, so we have that as that. Now let's proceed. Now, Aristotle, in his work The Polity, all right, Aristotle in his work, Aristotle, all right, in his work Polity, all right, Aristotle in his work Polity compared different constitutions. Let's not forget, we're talking about comparative politics or comparative government, as the case may be. All right, it's all about, just like we said earlier on, using the constitutions, all right, making comparison, all right, drawing analysis from the constitution of different countries, or drawing instances from events and happenings of different countries, all right, in a particular what research work. Now, Aristotle now in his work The Polity compared different constitutions by introducing what a famous typology on two criteria, all right, the number of rulers and the nature of the political regime, all right, number of rulers, all right, and the nature of the political regime. All right, it is good or corrupt. All right, thus it distinguished 6 different kinds of constitutions. All right, according to him, it distinguished 6. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, according to him, it distinguished 6. Now we have 1. We have what we call monarchy. All right, monarchy. We also have aristocracy. All right, aristocracy. 2, aristocracy. All right, we have 3. We have oligarchy. All right, we have oligarchy. Now, speaking of aristocracy, speaking of monarchy, all right, the system of government, all right, whereby the central head is referred to as the monarch. All right, a monarch, all right, when a monarch is in charge, all right, while aristocracy here is talking all about, when you say aristocracy, that means you are referring to a state in which government power is held by the nobility, by the few. All right, government by the nobles. All right, government by the nobles. And we have that as that. And he also said something about oligarchy, a form of government which is characterized by few persons or family. All right, oligarchy. So we have that as that. Sorry about that. Okay. No, I think I'm sorry about that. We are good to go. Now we have oligarchy. Okay. Oligarchy has 3. Oligarchy. All right. Here, what are we talking about? Government characterized by few people. All right. Ruling. All right. Or government by the few. Okay. We have polity, right? We also have, all right, democracy. Okay. We have tyranny. Okay, let me take this down here. For tyranny. Alright. Say something about tyranny. And we have polity, the political system, and we have democracy. Dictatorship, tyranny. Say dictatorship, tyranny, or the political system and democracy. Okay, so we have that as that. All right, so let's proceed. Now, we have what is called thematic study. Okay, the thematic study, all right, of comparative politics focuses on the theme, all right, focuses on the theme as well as countries and religion. All right, focuses on the theme of the countries, what? Countries and region. That is thematic study. Now, why do we study comparative politics? Okay, why do we study comparative politics? Now, comparative politics helps what? Capture and analyze major political similarities. All right, captures and analyze. All right, major political similarities. POL similarities. Okay, and the difference between countries. It also helps scholars to overcome biases associated with. It also helps what? Scholars to what? Analyze, okay? Overcome biases. Help scholars to overcome. Help all right, helps what? Okay, it also helps scholars to what? Overcome biases. Okay, so we have that like that. It also enables us to understand how nations change and pattern that exist. Okay, now we have that is that. Now the attempt to study politics comparatively started about 2,300 years ago. Right? The attempt what? To study politics. Alright? Studying politics comparatively, alright, began 2,300 years back. Alright? Philosophers like Aristotle, Plato, and Socrates, among others, blazed the trail in this regard. Alright? Now, so four phrases or epochs were introduced. Alright, four phrases or phases. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four phases or epochs were introduced. Right? We have the traditional phase, traditional epoch. Right? We also have the Renaissance, the Enlightenment, and modern. All right, Renaissance. All right, Renaissance. Okay, that's matter doesn't like air too. Alright. Alright. Renaissance. Okay. Enlightenment. Okay. Enlightenment and modern. Let me write this. This marker was just fading. I just know. Enlightenment. That's sounding better. And modern phase. Okay, so these are the four phases given. All right. So on this note, call a wrap here for today, and in our next class we'll take it up from here. All right. So thank you very much, everyone. I hope you've been able to gain a thing or two in today's class. Let's do all to bring our notes up to date and get them submitted to our respective classes. Look forward to seeing you in subsequent tutorials. Bye bye.